with the robot apocalypse that we are making some steady progress in. With all that said, I'm looking to see Mega Man rock it out here.
Appreciate it. So, yep, my name is ultrauberness. I am a speedrunner of Mega Man X4. This is going to be X 100%. Maybe I will collect all items. Not much going on, so I'll just start the game. 3, 2. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm counting down too early. You actually have to count down on the menu. You get to choose a stage or choose a character. So 3, 2, 1, go. I have to. I actually have to do it when Mega Man is not doing the animation. Actually, the game will actually not start until the animation of him blasting is done. So, I can explain a little bit. Intro stage. If you know Mega Man X, intro stage is always classic. So, a few mechanics in X4. If you know X1, 2, and 3, you know that there's always slide or dashing mechanics and dash and shoot. There are some differences in this game. I am playing, one difference is the other games you generally play on Japanese faster text, but in this you play English. So the reason for that is not because of text, but because in the original Japanese version, each boss had like a huge dialogue speak, and it generally lost like 8 seconds a boss, so it was very bad. So that's why English is the faster one. You will see me do it a lot of dash jumping and not fully charged there, my bad. Dash jumping is the fastest way because in this game X and 0 are playable, but the problem is that the game does not actually have them dash immediately. There was about, I believe it was 6 frames before the animation starts. So the whole time, if you do it every time, you will lose a lot of time during the course of the game. Alright, so we gotta first fight a dragon. Jump too high there. Please stay. Yeah. Let's go. One of the best patterns, and I screwed it up though by taking 2 bonks. So, and he's done. I almost split because I'm used to splitting right there. The mechanic behind him is that you can kind of goad him into a certain blue balls. It's not always consistent, but you want him to do that. There is a way to get him to do the regular one where you assume spray him to 3, and then if you damage him enough, he actually does like the spamming one where he starts from the bottom, just keep rising, you know. And that actually is a long animation, so it sticks around.
If I could interrupt for a brief moment, Tempest Mask 1000 came in with a $14 donation. Hello, Slurpathon! I was so waiting to see my X4 buddy Ultra getting down to run this game. Still fondly thinking of his GDQ run back from when. Good luck, my guy, and of course, shoutouts to Frost Walrus. You're welcome, Cherry G Tables.
Appreciate Tempest. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping to submit this game again for GDQ. It's been since 2018, so I am practicing this game more and more to try to kind of cut the 45 time, but we'll see. All right. Sorry, one moment. I always hyper focus on this segment because X is a lot more fun for me in the sense, as you can see right now, there is a lot of timing with your jump, shooting, and dashing. Of course, classic, right? But in a lot of these stages, everything is kind of particular on when you destroy everything and when you go. The reason why I like X more is because there is a lot of timing that 0 does not do. If 0 cannot saber, the game gives him artificial legs so that you can't just insta kill things with a saber. So it tends to be like a thing where it's like, okay, well, if I can't destroy it, I'm just gonna damage boost through it. But in this game with X, his boss is actually pretty strong. So you'll see that actually with this boss fight, actually. I'll be doing half charges throughout this fight, so. There we go. I was gonna find until he bonked me that first time. I do want to say, actually, it's coming. It's not coming up in the next stage, but there is a stage that I generally die to. So I'm gonna say, if I die to it, I will be donating $20 to the event. So, if you guys, don't make my next 4, it's during Owl stage, which is actually early on. So, because I have a curse that I generally die during marathons. So. Alright, Web Spider is... not my favorite stage, but definitely up there. The stage is very colorful, but there's like a whole waterfall thing that just kind of like... Good lord. There we go. Heck yeah, I was willing it into existence. I didn't say nothing. That guy can either stand still and laser or jump and try to like block you. You generally want to have him go up so you can go low. All right. Like I said, fun stage. I love the waterfall effects and everything. I think this is a very fun X game. Actually, probably one of my favorites. Because the way that I think this is a really good introduction to the way they were trying to do like the whole PlayStation formats and everything with some stuff. Because before we had this, you guys, we had like, 16-bit, right? X1, 2, and 3. And they did really well with some visuals, but this one you can kind of like see the actual water. It's like there's actual like, things going on. So the music's pretty solid. Hold on. This part I always, for some reason, miss a dash, and I end up like being on the wrong pixel. Right there. Yep. That's unfortunate, but hey. Pretty good stage so far, though. Nothing crazy. Like I said before, it is 100%, so we do have to collect all the items. There is a few goofy ones, but don't worry about it. This game does have pretty good RNG to count on, so have fun with that. Ugh. I know when it comes to X4, there's always like a thing between X and Zero. My favorite character is actually X. I did like Zero a little bit when I was growing up, just like everybody else. I think Zero is just kind of like a, with the hair swoosh and everything, Swords are fun. Even though he didn't get a sword till like way later, so. So with Spider, you want to do full charge shots. Half charge and everything are slower. And like, just like that. But I was trying to cut that short so I can get that extra damage. It doesn't do anything because I had to hit him at an extra time anyways. Just like that. Alright, I got the extra shot in there. Oh, I guess I didn't need an extra shot. Interesting. Okay. Whatever. But yeah. So you want to do full charges with Spider. Half charges don't do any extra damage. Actually, it's actually weaker. So you will see some boss weaknesses in this game. You don't see them too often because this is like one of the first games where like they made like weakness like extended iframes for some reason. Like it's bad, so. And now my stage, everybody. I am hoping I do well with this. we get to ride a mech in this stage. So fun times. Nah, the jerk is owl. Birds are jerks. And owl is no difference.
Owl can't be jerk, they friend-shaped.
Nah.
But friend!
Once. Okay, there we go. It's just some weird timing in my jumps. And you want to buster shot things. So the mechanic behind this game is you're actually not supposed to be able to move when you're charging the buster in the mech. But if you time your jumps, you can actually keep the momentum, and it allows you to keep going. So, all right, here we go. All right, it's not over yet. All right, we made it. But at the end, I will still do the $20. So. I actually
really
broke the curse. Thank you. All right, so you'll see what I mean by owl. Owl tends to go off screen and come back, which is why actually his fight takes a lot longer. But you have to guess where he's coming from, and I can miss a lot of shots because of that. Yep, right there. Right there. Oh, I thought you were gonna go in the center. I was like, that's too early. There we go. Yeah, I missed 3 shots. That tends to take, and also he didn't give me the green cyclone pattern. There is actually a thing with Owl, which you will see in the refights. Owl has no iframes. They programmed to actually give him that green cyclone you see when he like flies when you damage him. But the thing is that he does not actually cast that during a special move of his. When he shoots out the 4 cyclones in different directions, when he gathers them into one location, when he like closes in, he has no iframes, so you can like unload all 4 charge busters and just mash all the way through, and it destroys actually a good chunk of his health. So that's generally how I get a gold in that split. But we got Frost Walrus. Shout outs to my boy Walrus Prime. I was, you know, Blizzard Buffalo in the background. Oop, I did not switch over like I was supposed to. Yeah, I've been a little slow in that recently. Also I bonked because that kind of ruins it, but eh. No, this is ice. Speed. Sorry, I focus sometimes too much. I thought I talk a lot during my runs, but apparently I don't. I'm over here like enjoying the game. By the way, someone, if you know X1, you may recognize someone in the background.
Oh, it's Chill Penguin! Hello,
Yep.
Chill Penguin!
Yep.
Honestly, I resonate with that too. Like, I personally like to think I'm a very talkative person, but then I'm in the middle of like my Celeste run or whatever, and it's just like I'm dead silent the entire time.
I'm usually pretty talkative during, but I think certain parts I'm just like, oops, I should probably like focus on this. All right, so this part's straightforward. It's just a bunch of ice blocks. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot that. That's not part of the run. That was extra, everybody. All right, that was a bit wonky, but this section is clean. I'm usually pretty proud of the section. He says before he screws it up.
Oh, it was clean enough. I didn't see anything wrong, did chat?
There we go. Look at that. That was beautiful. All right. I'm gonna just let this fight speak for itself. There's nothing crazy about it. It's just movement with Walrus. And you'll kind of see what I mean by weaknesses and why iframes are extended with these guys. It's really goofy and why it's like this. All right, so right there, I was able to use fire because he's doing his, like, it's kind of like final attack where he's doing his charge up kind of thing. That's fine, but you kind of saw what I meant, right? When you hit the first fire, not only was it iframes, but he had to hit the wall before you can actually hit him again. That's what they did in this game. It's crazy. It's kind of like, dang, really? You're gonna be here for an hour. All right. Oh, Colonel. So this is a difference between X and Zero. You actually have to fight Colonel twice. Zero, you do not. So, but Colonel's fight's actually pretty clean. So you'll see what I mean. Colonel's iframes. The goofy thing with Colonel's iframes is every time he changes stances, his iframes resets. That sucks. Yeah. You fucked me up, man. All right, cool. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, he screwed it up. That's fine. But yeah, every time he changes stances, which is why you can have 3 hits on his charge ice, which is really important. But he teleported away on this first one, so it just kind of rotated the cycle. Big. It is time to get serious, everybody. Stingray. You guys don't want to know what I say about chat in my chat when I say about Stingray. Stingray is, we say bird or jerks, but Stingray is part of birds because they make them fly for some reason. So I should explain this actually. The gimmick behind the bike is always fun. You can actually push the stage, is why you see me jump dashing. Every time you gotta jump, by the way, you can't be dashing on the ground. And it will push the stage forward actually. Very slightly, but the more you do it, the more you're pushing this auto scroller. And obviously, the faster we can get in the ground, the faster we can gain control of our bike and do it again. I just like to mash. Mashing doesn't do anything. I think it's like a counting thing for me. It kind of gives me a beats or something, so. Okay, I'm gonna be safe here. We can get this. There we go. Look at that. And then we're gonna be really safe. I never grabbed this, but we'll do it this time. I guess this song does kind of sound F-Zero-ish. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so we don't want Stingray to dive early. We need him to shoot his babies out. All right. Oh, now you're just making me a liar over here, Stingray. I see how you are, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. can explain also. So that's actually the best fight right there. That is the best fight. He shoots 4 babies on the right, on the left, and dies right there. That's like, wow, dang, I'd be ahead right now. Dang.
Flowing like a river.
Yep. Oh, I did forget about this area too. This is something that's important technically in a speedrun. We're going slash. I forgot. Slash, and then we gotta revisit Dragoon stage because there's 2 items we need. But after every boss fight, you see the menu where it shows you the weapon. There is a guy that's actually supposed to be talking, but because we mash through the boxes, it actually skips the talking and it just ends. So if there's like any announcements or anything, you can go ahead. I'm just gonna focus on the train.
Of course, we can chug along with a couple of reminders for everybody that Extra Life brings together thousands of gamers around the world to play games in support of their local Children's Miracle Network hospital. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Life has raised over $100 million for sick and injured kids. Funds raised go to the Alberta Children's Hospital as unrestricted funds. This means the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars raised make the biggest impact possible. It's really nice that the money gets to go in as unrestricted funds because, yeah, there's so many other cases, so many other places where it doesn't necessarily work out that way. And I can imagine how much it helps these hospitals to be able to get that money just freely through a charity marathon like this. It definitely makes a world of difference for them. We do have a handful of incentives as well that we are still working towards, such as Solus Dreams Kill Boss of Faith's stage, which is currently about $87 away from being met, which we've still got lots of time before that comes up. So if we could reach that, I would love to see that happen. Along with that, the Sargon skin is currently in the lead against the regular skin for the Prince of Persia run. And in Unsighted, we are about $63 away from the Robot Apocalypse. So lots of things that we're working towards, and it's all for a phenomenal cause. Again, it is for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So let's get those donations in. Oh, and don't forget to spread word about this event too. Tell your friends, bring your friends in. Let's all watch this cool stuff together.
Heck yeah, let's go. All right, so the boring train's over. We get to fight one of the hardest bosses in the game, everybody. I gotta be super vigilant. This guy can really kill me. Becomes a big problem if he stands up. And it's over. Slash doesn't like water, so he just trips every time. So easy fight. Not much of the stage. The train is just train. It really is. I can't suplex the train, but like, you know, Slurpy said, he defends the military train to, you know, get your goods. So I don't think Reploids eat, but I think we destroyed, like, I don't know, some kind of like rations or something. Okay. We gotta revisit, everybody. So this is kind of why X's speedrun takes a little bit longer, along with Colonel's fight. But we do have 2 items that we have to get that we are now able to get. We could get the first one, but there's no point in grabbing it when we're coming back here. So, and it is actually an important item, actually, for, well, 100%, but this actually not only gives you armor, but it also gives Nova Strike, which we will use actually on something that Zero cannot do in his speedrun. So maybe if you know what you're fighting for, you can do, you know, certain skips. Who knows? Okay, I don't know where the dash went, but hey, whatever. I swear if I get a rock punch me in the face. All right, we're good. He hid in the volcano. And an irregular hunter, which I think is a bad translation. I think it's supposed to be Maverick Hunter, I think, or something. If I remember correctly.
An irregular Maverick Hunter.
Yeah, well, the bio for Dragoon was irregular hunter. And I think it was supposed to refer, because Dragoon was apparently a Maverick Hunter. And then he was like, you know what? I want to fight X, so I'm going to go rogue.
Oh, he's one of those people.
Yeah.
Turns into a villain specifically just because he wants to, like, not even a rivalry. He just wants to fight the guy because he's cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't find a way to fight this guy. I keep asking him. He says no. So I guess I'll just turn evil so that he has to fight me because now I'm a problem and a threat.
Because X is technically a pacifist throughout the whole story. X does not like fighting. He does not see the purpose, and he after all these years, he sees that it's not doing anything. And I can get his points. He is like fighting all the time on all these robots who think they're doing the correct thing. And it's not working. He's just destroying Reploid after Reploid. And it's just like, is this really the only way?
I think the ultimate solution would be therapy.
Yeah. I think some of the Reploids probably need it, actually. Oh my gosh. We almost missed the skip. I don't know what happened. My jump didn't let go. But hey, we made it. So, we skipped the mini boss. The way it works is, you may have seen it in X1. The closest one I can relate to is Sigma 3. Where you like are in a different range than the game wants you to be. In this case, we are over the locking mechanism of the fight. So the game is like, okay, well, we can't lock you in place no more. So here you go. The other one that's mostly known, I think, in X is X1 during Sigma 3 during Armadillo refight. You put X in a predicament low enough so it does not trigger Armadillo. Because if he cannot, if the screen does not see that hole in the top right corner, it will not trigger his fight. So to do that, you camera lock it in a situation in X1 where it just pushes you through the ice sled into the door. And so the game is like, oh, we don't know where you're at, so just continue. I think I miscounted there. Oh, we're good. Okay. Yeah, everybody is jealous of X because every Reploid is based off of X's design. So everybody's like, well, he's the original. And I want to be better than the original. It happens all the time. Even in X8, Luminion, he was like, we are better than the old robots. We do not get viruses. It was just, it's always been like about that. Like, they're always jealous of X being the original design. This mushroom does have the power to split and be on your pizza. I didn't really explain too much. By the way, my apologies. Didn't really explain too much going on the stage. You kind of get the premise. There's not too much going on. Mushroom is one of the few bosses you can use its weapon weakness. It doesn't cause too many extended iframes, but and then you saw Nova Strike. You did see Nova Strike. You get one Nova Strike per stage generally, because you have to build enough energy to use it again, and you generally gain Nova Strike energy from damage, gaining extra health and weapon energy. So Alright, so this is a time trial stage, and you want to beat the stages as fast as possible to get your reward. Classic, right? These orbs will lock you into place. So I think it's like a full 2 seconds too, actually. It's really long. I do that every time, even if I slow down. Dang. I wall kick that perfectly so much. Yeah, you are right. There are some that do show the Maverick symbol. Most of them will show the Reploid in this game. Because most are not. No one is generally taken over by the virus in this game. They're just acting based on the general's command that this is unfair. Let's fight against them, type of thing. Which you would think, like, you would think the general would have like thought like that through a little bit. Like, you know, we saw X destroy like so many robots and armies in X-1-3. Maybe we shouldn't do that. But no one ever learns, you know? Okay, so the second half is a bit more stage-ish. You will see these switches, which kind of like an upside-down system going on. So we don't need that one, but we do need this one. And we did not die. It will be an insta-kill if the stage gets inside your hitbox, so... Yeah. And then that's kind of why in Mega Man Zero, Copy X was like, no Reploids gets to live in my town. All right, so we're gonna hug the wall as much as I can here. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. All right. Ah, see, I was too slow. I don't like when I already have a thing out. That throws me off. Oh, I guess that works. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But I goofed it up, so... And it's fine. 32, actually. 32 rate robos. Not too bad. Could be a little bit better, but, you know, I'm happy.
Yeah, you're making good progress.
Appreciate it. So we're on to the final Sigma stages. Classic, right? And this game's, I mean, there's a bit of game left too with these final Sigma stages, so especially like the refights can take a little time. Just the way that they designed it. Speed. All right, we are just smacking through the... Ah, see, I missed that, everybody. All right. You guys want to see a secret in this stage that everybody seems to be like, what? I did not know that was there.
I want to see it. Show me. Show me.
Apparently, most people did not know there's a hidden energy, a full refill actually on that top left.
That's really nice.
All right. So I told you guys about how Colonel's iPhone's reset, so... Oh, I hit him only twice? Dang. Alright, well, I usually try to hit him, like, as much as there as possible, but that's fine. Should teleport to the center. Yep. There we go. That's fine. You still got him good time. So, Nova Strike, because the way Colonel, because he'll do his, like, you know, like, his stance, and then, like, bend forward. But because he changes stances so much, you can actually hit him like several times with Nova, and it does a lot of damage. Nova does 6 damage per hit, so It's a cutscene. I sometimes forget that one because I always feel like they should put that in a different spot, but they do not. All right, so we're on our way to fight Iris, right? Colonel's sister, right? I forget, everybody.
I think that's what happens next, right?
Oh, Double, what are you doing here? Who knew that you were gonna betray us?
Who'd have thought that Double was a double agent?
I know. There we go. So if you watch, I should explain that a little bit earlier, but with this fight, it's actually really quick. But when you damage him with his weakness, he shoots out like the minions, and that's good because minions, when you body them with hits, do 2 damage. If you body Double, he does 6 damage. I don't know why I hesitated. For some reason, I was about to say 8. But he does enormous damage that will kill you if you keep taking hits from him. We go bottom route because it's quicker. Top route has a lot of spikes and kind of just a lot of up and down, which is just annoying. So, all right, so I'm gonna show you guys something cool here too. Capcom spelled real good. I should not skip this. I should be okay. Okay, General. They spelled General, right? Look at that. General. X knows how to speak. Oh, there's General. Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, wait, what happened? It's Journal. General? General. Yeah. I always think it's funny that was actually in the final game. Oh, really? You would do the floating mechanic. Dang, I really wanted to show everybody the crisscross applesauce kind of thing.
He's got rocket boots, though. He's got to show them off.
I have no choice. I usually try to guess the phrases that General or Double will say, but I was just messing around with some other stuff that's usually fun in the game. Alright. So this is the refights. I will explain 1 or 2 things at the beginning, because there is actually some differences in what's going on. The first thing is Spider has a quick kill. Which is the first Ripboy we fight. The way Spider's the way his iframes work is that he has regular iframes. The problem is that his iframes reset and are gone when he's up. Like if he's damaged and he has iframes and goes into the tree, they are removed until he comes back down. And you can mess with that actually with Nova Strike. But we need to damage him first. And I did not charge. I forgot that it resets my charge. That's my fault. Okay, this is a slower refight, but I'll deal with it. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's fine. That was a bad spot for him to be in. I'll take that actually. Here we go. Let's try again, number 2. Kind of got it, but he was not supposed to go far left again. When he does that, it kills some of the hits. So that's crazy. He did that back to back. He avoided that like a pro. But you kind of see the quick kill I'm talking about. So he avoided that like a pro twice. He was on the far left side. So if you go too far right, he goes left. It misses most of him. So it's a yikers. Okay, so this is a new setup for me. I'm not used to swapping to Green Cyclone here, but there is actually a fun mechanic with Dragoon and his weakness. So you will see why I'm talking. By the way, you will see what I mean by extended iframes. Watch how long it takes before I can damage him again. I do have to take 3 body hits here, though. As you can see, he launches upwards. You can't hit him until he lands on the other side. It's outrageous. All right, kind of one more quick kill. I'm hoping to show you guys. This one's actually a little bit more fun than Spider. Visually, it's just fun. It's just fun. So, and you can kind of see what I mean. Without his green cyclone shield, he takes a lot more damage. There we go. That was clean. Let's go. Yes. Brilliant. You can one-hit KO him, but it's a very specific frame. But that is brilliant damage. Awesome. I'm happy with that. All right. All right, so everything's kind of the same here. So, if you have more announcements, you can go ahead.
I actually have something. I want to ask you about what the word of the day is. If you'd like to learn.
Yeah, what's the word of the day?
The word of the day is craven.
Craven?
Do you know what that means?
No, what is that?
I don't know either, so let's learn together. This sounds like a more appropriate thing for the next block. Craven is cowardly, contemplatively timid. Very scared person. This is a Craven. A sentence. The Craven captain abandoned ship, leaving his crew behind in the storm. Can you think of anybody that would have fit that term in Mega Man X4?
Cowardly. I am missing all these shots. Look up. There's actually a few. You said just X4 though?
Well, you could go across the entire series if you'd like.
Well, unfortunately, it's not Mega Man X. The one that pops in my mind is from Battle Network, and it's Bubble Man. So, Bubble Man, if you guys know Bubble Man and Battle Network, the guy brings out a shield when he's about to, like, he's low health, and his refight, he won't refight you unless you are low health.
Ooh.
Like, he will not show up in the overworld until you have, like, you are in the red.
Slurpy makes a good point. Magma Dragon, because he hid in a volcano. He ran off to hide in a volcano.
I think I don't think, see, maybe running away, sure, he went to, like, his own battleground, but he waited. He wanted X to show up. So, that was his, like, I don't know about, like, that one. Because we're talking about, like, someone who, like, would abandon his crew for the ship. So, like, I don't know if I would put that as a Dragoon. But in X4...
I mean, technically, Dragoon did abandon his crew specifically so he could fight X. Like, he abandoned...
True, yeah, he did betray his people. You would think he would have more connection with them or something, but no.
You couldn't just talk it out, like, be like, listen, X, I'm really frustrated. I just want to fight you really badly. Can we just sort something out?
Or like you said, see a therapist.
I'll take you out for pizza if you fight with me for like 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes is all I ask. I'll get you a nice robot pizza.
Oh, here we go. So this is ice. If he launches upwards, it takes forever. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this because this is safer. There we go. Yeah, he did. He literally did betray his crew. That is true. For his own selfish desires. Maybe not for survival, but just, you know, other reasons. I'm gonna do this for safety, so. I tend to bonk more with Peacock because the way I do the fight. I should probably fix that, but eh.
We enjoy a good bonk every now and then.
Yeah. Is this ice? Is this iceless? Nope. Rock walk back. Oh wow, you're gonna give me the business? Okay. Okay, that's how you're supposed to do that setup. Generally people don't take bonks though. Oops. See, I don't remember the set, like the spot for that no more. That's crazy. All right, refights are done. Let's go. Kind of a sad show on refights, but hey, I'll take it. Spider was a jerk. He really was. He literally blocked it twice, so it just wasn't meant to be. But I showed you guys Owl, so.
Spider got really sweaty there with his match.
Yeah. And then who is this ghosty figure? So you will actually see some really cool. I may not talk actually a lot during this because I generally focus during this segment. There's not actually much going on. There's not too much gimmicks going on, but just know that we do not want to hear.
You are finished.
The end. All right, I'm trying to get this to work correctly. There we go. Sweetness. All right. If we get the ends, I will be sad. And that guy right there will say it actually. So. Ooh, wasn't expecting that one actually. Actually, I avoid this one because I don't really care. I called it! God dang it! Oh, he's gonna give me the suck again, too? Dang. Okay, this is bad. Hold on. Okay, this is my fault. Hold on. I'm panicking over here. 1 second. All right. Okay, I really don't want this pattern. Okay, what is with all these, man? Oh, good lord, man. I stand in the that is so rare. Okay. Hold on.
They're really looking to give you the hard mode run on
That
this.
was not so that oh my god, that is so rare. That is not, if I stand far away, he's supposed to like he's supposed to like do the blowing animation. I did everything else just fine too.
Could you say that this has never happened before?
No, it's definitely happened. It's really rare.
Fair.
Okay, let's try this again. I did goof on Laser Sigma. That was my fault. But Ground Sigma, that should have been something else.
Are you ready for your final journey?
Alright, can we get this right pattern, please? No, we don't! Oh my god, what is happening right now? I was too close. Okay. I don't have enough damage for this. And there, yeah. Okay. 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 Alright. Got it. There we go. I think I got a little bit. I didn't get a lot, though. I know. Yeah. I am so confused. Okay, we're screwed. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. I'm literally in the spot. Like he should not be doing that. I'll try one more time. I am so sorry. That is so abnormal.
We're giving you our energy. You got this, Ultra. You can take him down.
Okay, I really don't know why he's doing the garbage head stuff. I really don't. Like if you are far away, that the orange, like it's supposed to read that you're too far away, so it thinks it's gonna kill you by pushing you into the spike wall, but it's not doing it. I don't understand.
Maybe you're a little too close to him still.
No, the best part is like this little marker right here under my foot. Like that's fine, but yeah, I'm hoping good luck this time. So there we go. See, that's perfectly fine. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's fine. I'll take that though. The blue one's easy to avoid, so that's good. There we go. You know, I'm gonna get further away than I usually do. There we go. Alright. We got this. There we go. I am so sorry, guys. That dying to signal like that several times, I usually just reset, so I can't say it's never happened before, but it is so rare for the game to read, by the way, let's suck him in instead of blowing animation. Like, that is so random. My bad on that one.
Ah, it's perfectly fine. It
I
happens to the best of us.
The first run I was going to, because I had enough energy tanks. I was like, okay, yeah, we can do garbage head. But after taking, what, 2 spike hits, I was like, oh, I don't have enough. Which is why I was trying to go. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll just have the backup. Nope.
He trashed your backup plan.
Yeah, it really did. And this, I was gonna show you guys. I mean, this is really quick, but this is my favorite. Like, I know everybody loves like what am I fighting for scene, but this one cracks me up because it's like, it just cracks me up in the sense of like X is trying to reflect on who's a bad guy and who's not. Oh, it's just like, it's just sound effects. There's no like, it's just growling everywhere. And then I can't take X seriously sometimes when it comes to like.
This is Maverick Hunter headquarters.
Zero.
It's good to see you safe, X. I was really
I'm
worried
about you. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
It's all over.
It's all good. It's all good.
Zero.
But Zero.
What if I become one of the Mavericks?
I become one of the Mavericks.
And then Zero's
I'm
like, what the
fighting
heck are you
for?
talking
Don't
about?
ask a silly question. I'm breaking contact now.
Wait, Zero! I'm serious.
All right. We're
Zero.
gonna get.
Yep.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
run. It was
I'm sorry it took a lot
fantastic,
longer.
super delightful.
Yep. You guys have a good run, you guys.
Uh,